Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Enderal. Now, when we left off, we had just left the Sun Temple, and we then went here, which is the inn of sorts. So we're going to try and find Jespar, because he is here, apparently, and I would like to speak to him about his quest. There he is.
Come on, take a seat.
Yes, I'm going to take a seat. I'm still in my amazing garb.
So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
Old Bushybeard. Oh, yes, exactly. Okay, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Or, honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of all this. Probably that one.
Good luck with that. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nehrim.
Well, it definitely is, and I'm going to tell him about the recent events. Well, you're right about that. You certainly are.
Shoot. Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
Ah, richly set table indeed. Well, or some of the ladies are not to be scoffed at indeed, or some of the men are not to be scoffed at indeed. Yes, exactly. You don't feel much of all this red madness thing in here, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, you don't. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning. And as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
Oh, a handsome treasure hunter. Well, he certainly is a very handsome man, isn't he? Yes. Well, what, do you want to leave in spite of all that's happening?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion. I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think?
Oh, that was very good, very convincing. Aren't you a little too relaxed? No, I'm going to say very convincing.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos and the idealism for such a profession. You know, I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrmidon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bet the women, or whatever. I'm driven by inferior motives, while no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys, because they do things for the right reasons. If only they'd understand that it's results that matter, not intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
Well, that's true, of course, and I do actually agree with that, because it doesn't really matter how you save someone as long as you save them, right? Well, anyway, what exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like. So yes, maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
Well, that's true. I think that there is sense in that. I don't know, but to me, seeing the world like that sounds kind of empty. I couldn't agree more. We could ask for something else. Is that... oh, there we go. So you're saying... So what you're saying is that in the end, every person just wants to be happy. That's the purpose of life. How can you be so sure that there's no other purpose in our life? No other reason for existence? Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's say that so what you're saying in the end is that every person just wants to be happy?
Yeah. Seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
But you have to have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
I'm perfectly happy with that. Why not? Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists, even the people who call others heroes. Yes. How can you be so sure that there's no other purpose in our life? No reason. Oh, no, I think that's fine. I think I agree with his stance on things. I think being happy is very important. Anyway, there's sense in that, I'll admit. I couldn't agree more.
You do? And here I thought I'd get an indignant cry and a splash of wine thrown in my face. That's how most people react. In any case, I think I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk, but the ship to Calais leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
Well, for what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stayed. This city needs more good-looking mercenaries. I agree.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Nehrimese man. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Oh, there we go. That's very nice. I like Jespar. I very much like Jespar. I think he's a very nice fellow. Anyway, I think that is it. That is the quest for Jespar. We did that, didn't we? Yes, it seems like we have done that. So, we are now going to try and... what are we going to do now? We have so many things. There are so many things that I have yet to do. I would very much like to go to Fonville, so I think we're probably going to be doing that. Alright, so yeah, I just took a Myrad to the western cliff nearby to Fonville, and as you can see, we've actually just leveled up from the exploration, I guess. So I think we'll probably be speccing in a little bit more HP. Maybe? No, I think some mana. I think some mana for now. I think that's pretty good. So, thank you very much, Myrad. You helped me to arrive here. Now, a nice quick save will prevent us from dying, potentially. So, yes, we are now in the Western Clifflands, which is actually kind of nice. And hilariously enough, I am still wearing the old items. So I'm going to be switching back, obviously, to our regular garb, and then we'll be heading on to Fonville. Alright, so we have arrived at the coast, and I think Fonville is actually within view. Is that it right over there? It seems like a very small village, or something along those lines, but yes, I've actually been killing quite a few trolls and other enemies around here. There's actually a couple of people down... Oh! There's actually a couple of people down there shooting at me. Of course there are. So, let's see what we can do. Or nothing at all, by the looks of things. Really? There we go. There we go. That's what we like to see. There we are. Yes. Take that. That's what you get. Now, who else is down there? There seems to be someone else down there. I'm a little bit worried about dropping down here. Probably gonna get killed. But let's just try... Oh, there we go. We actually survived. That's amazing. Okay, wait. I quick saved. We're fine. And that guy's dodging. Maybe not. Okay, now, I would love to push him over with something. I don't have anything, so I'm gonna have to wait and then just do this. Take that. Yes.
In the butt.
In the butt. Yes, in the butt. Okay, so what do we have here? We have nothing. Nothing very good, at least. I'm gonna take some leather shoes. I'm gonna take his boots. Yes, look at him. I'm gonna take his boots. Now he is barefoot. What an insult to him. Okay, well, let's just take these things. Adept book archery. Well, he needed to read that, didn't he? He definitely needed to read that. Okay, so I have a bed here. I would very much like to sleep. And is there... yes, this fellow. Yes, I'm going to take the lockpick here as well. And there we go. Okay, that's great. So let's sleep a little bit, shall we? It's very, very early in the morning. And are we going to take a look? Ah, yes, more. A little bit more of the coins. And we're going to take a look at the chest as well. Oh, yes. Chunk of cheese and all that sort of thing. Wonderful. Okay, so there we are. We cleared out one of their highwayman camps, which is always a nice thing to do. And is there anything else around here? I don't see anything. Ah, well, there's Fonville. I suppose that is Fonville, right? It seems a little bit weird. Is that a... It's a port, isn't it? It's a port. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so that's going to be pretty easy then, isn't it? That's going to be pretty easy to find who we are looking for. Thought it was going to be a huge village similar to Riverville, but apparently not. Also, I found 2 other ice claws apart from this one in the forest up there. So, yes, we're going to increase our carrying capacity a little bit, I suppose. And now we are very close by to where Milbert might be. And there's an entropy book. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for that. Steel Greatsword, Scroll of Boon. Scroll of Boon. Okay. There's a soul gem, some salt, Scroll of Ice Spike. Is there anything else here? Anything else? Anything else? No. Okay, so what's going on over here? I'm going to quick save because I'm worried. And we're going to...
No.
Oh.
Now you listen to me. I'm sick of your fucking lies. Sick of you pretending to give a shit about me whenever it's convenient. Sending a cell sword after me. Really, Milbert? How low can you go? How low can you go?
But... By Malthus, you! Please, you have to help me. She's completely lost her mind. It's the dust. She's not herself.
But you know what? It's too late now. You won't save him. Or maybe you will. But only over my dead body. I have nothing to lose anymore. Not that I ever had much to begin with.
Oh, I really wish I had rhetoric skill a little bit higher up. That would be really, really nice. Okay, so this is madness, Sela. Your family. Killing him won't change anything. Well, I'll try it.
Oh, believe me, it will. I'd do it just to see that fucking smile wiped off his face.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Why the blazes are you doing this? Is this about the money?
Fuck the money! I've told you how he treated me since those raiders came for us. Yes, he pays for my room, but do you think he ever came to me in all those years? Or asked me how I was? Fuck it! I'm a goddamn mess, and I know it. But it's his fault because he was never there for me. Not when our parents died. Not when the dust took me. Never! Before he sent you to get the key, he asked me himself. And that was the first time I'd seen him in years. But no. This wasn't about me. This was about his goddamn business and the money Father left for the 2 of us. He wanted it for himself. Just like he always has.
Well, wow, okay. Save the sweat. I'm not going to stop you, but I want some of the money. Okay. Well, okay. Well, now I'm in a quandary because I kind of want to talk her out of it, but I also kind of want him to die or something along those lines. I don't really think he's a very nice person, but she is kind of drugged right now, so let's try this.
Am I? Well, it doesn't feel like that. If it's the fucking dust, then I guess I should be grateful.
Okay, so there we go. We're basically narrowed down to 2 options, and I personally, if I'm gonna say this, that means that I'm gonna kill her. Pretty sure about that. But if I say this, then Milbert is gonna die, which I'm fine with that because he doesn't seem like a very nice person, and I'd get some of the money, which I actually wouldn't mind because I'd like to invest that in the bank.
Huh. Really? Alright, fine. Did you hear that, Milbert? Seems people care as little about you as you care about them. I think that's what you call poetic justice.
No, Celia, you can't do that.
Oh, believe me, I can.
it's over. For good.
Well, that was pretty amazing. I like that. Anyway, what now?
Here, I think that should be more than what Milbert would have paid you. By far. Honestly, I don't know what to think of you. Please, just give me some time now, okay? I need it. It's over. For good. It's over. For good.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, yep, sorry about that. I seem to have blocked her path, so that's why she teleported away, but I thought that was kind of amusing, how I could have technically put her in the cage door, but she probably would have teleported out. Yes, she probably would have done that. Anyway, I'm going to take his clothes, because well, he doesn't need them anymore, and I'm going to sell them. So, yes. I seem to be quite an amusing fellow, because I'm a mage who is supposed to be an upstanding member of society, but yet I'm stealing a man's clothes. So I suppose, yes, I suppose that's good. That's very, very good. Anyway, let's search this backpack. Iron gauntlets. Ah, yes, I'm not particularly going to take those, I don't think. Oh, there she goes. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you just going to sit here? Oh, this is nice. This is a nice place to sit, isn't it? Well, anyway, that will be it for this episode, and next time we'll explore a little bit around here, and then we may decide to go elsewhere for another quest. But I think I'd like to explore a little bit just to see if I can find a couple of more ice claws, maybe a dungeon or two or something along those lines. So yes, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.